I called you to, I've been reaching out to you to let you know. I ain't never had nothing against you. When did me and you go wrong? When did me and you start having beef?
And then sometimes he'll, because he got a lot of experience, so he'll try to trap me. So when he try to trap me, soon as he'll try to trap me, I lock him up. You go back to doing the same thing over and over.
I be missing Vlad. I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the box.
During a heated live interview, Floyd Mayweather yelled at Devin Haney and called him trash, which made Bill Haney angry. In answer, Bill said he didn't understand Floyd's behavior and proudly defended his son, Devin, calling him the best boxer and son a father could ask for, despite Mayweather's criticism.
If you likes this, please subscribe, Fight File, and click the bell icon for more new boxing updates.
You get on FaceTime with Floyd Mayweather, and things escalate very quickly.
Or did Floyd get on FaceTime with me?
I don't know how it went.
No, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know how it
Yeah,
went.
he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, you know, saying, where's Bill, where's Bill? You know, putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something. Why would I be missing, Vlad? I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the boxing where the world stopped to watch an event that he was in. I'm a proud dad, proud trainer, and proud manager. So I don't know what he was looking for.
Bill Haney put up an old video of Floyd Mayweather teaching a young Devin Haney in the comment. He talked about how they learned a lot from Mayweather, calling him to be the best ever. It was a quiet reflection of how close they were before things got tense. Now that the two camps are at odds with each other, what used to be a proud time of mentoring has become a point of contrast.
And then sometimes he'll, because he got a lot of experience, so he'll try to trap me. So when he try to trap me, soon as he'll try to trap me, I lock him up. You go back to doing the same thing over and over again. That's what you gotta do. So the key to the fight game is period. The key is to take less punishment. Keep the motherfucker on the outside as much as possible. Because remember, you got a lot of fighters, all they know is just fighting the inside. That's all they know is fighting the inside. You're gonna be a versatile fighter when you can beat them in the inside and outside. Some fights, you're gonna have to fight with them on the inside. They're gonna just close the gap in your create and make you fight. You'll have no choice. But the less punishment you take, the longer you last in the sport. Because you know, I was in this shit 21 years. So you're gonna be okay because you got this.
Bill Haney strongly defended his actions, saying he's always behaved in his son's best interest. He said Floyd was trying to change people's minds and asked why someone would try to hurt a father's reputation just for taking care of and teaching his own child. Bill said over and over that all he's done is raise a champion and be there for him through every struggle. It was clear that he feels misunderstood and unfairly targeted.
Me being a guy that came out of the streets to being a parent, to being a guy that's legitimate, that's not doing any crime in the streets, right? But actually going on live to tell the world that I keep my ear connected to the street and I'm sympathetic to everything that my people continue to go through every day in the streets, and him to manipulate it, to misinform the people as if I'm sensationalizing crime or any of that. He's a bullshit ass N-I-double-G-A.
Floyd Mayweather addressed the tension openly and said he had no personal issue with Bill Haney. He tried to play down the situation by saying it was just an argument, but many people thought that the tone and timing of his words made that clear. Floyd seemed more interested in controlling how people saw him than in really making peace. This answer didn't erase the pattern of subtle jabs and moves behind the scenes that caused Bill to speak out in the first place.
What do we have a disagreement about? What do we have a disagreement about?
You did. I never had nothing against you. Now, if I'm not mistaken, let's talk. I seen you in Miami. Last time I seen you in Miami before. We kicked it. You said what's up, I said what's up. We kicked it, we had a good time. Now all of a sudden it seems like Bill Haney is my enemy. Like I ain't got nothing against Bill.
Listen, I don't know if I'm your enemy or not. I don't claim to be your motherfucking enemy. I don't care nothing about being nobody's enemy. You know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You know how I fuck with it. But if you was my enemy, then you would feel like that. Do you feel like I'm your enemy?
Bill, I'm just asking a question.
I'm asking you,
This ain't, we ain't no
does it
pissing
feel like I'm your
contest.
enemy? Does it feel like that?
I don't, you tell, that's
feel
what I'm
like,
asking
no,
you.
'cause I feel like, listen, I've been knowing you for hella long, but I feel like you're a bullshit ass nigga. You see what I'm saying?
One of the biggest points of tension arose when Mayweather allegedly influenced Ryan Garcia's choice to face Devin Haney behind the scenes. Many think Floyd pressured Ryan into taking the fight at a time that disrupted the Haney camp's preparations. The timing and participation look deliberate. Bill saw it as another example of Floyd using his power to stir conflict and complicate Devin's path, especially when their match was meant to uplift the sport, not divide it further.
I heard he was real heavy the week of the fight. I heard something like 15 pounds. Don't know if it's true. He obviously didn't make the weight. Did Floyd tell him not to make the weight? You already spoke on it, my boy.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So he don't make weight.
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what he
I'ma
said.
leave
That's
it
his
at
word.
that. I mean, I seen him throw.
I seen it too.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it.
Bill Haney took a jab at Floyd's recent financial problems with a sarcastic offer of help. His comments addressed Floyd's ongoing legal and bankruptcy problems, suggesting that the boxing icon's lavish lifestyle may have caught up with him. It was a personal and biting comment that underlined how badly their relationship had deteriorated. Bill used this moment not just to criticize, but to show the growing cracks in Floyd's carefully controlled image.
Yeah. Floyd was right. We still in the street. And we flipping birds. But if you need some help, Floyd, I'm in the streets. And you the one that went missing. Yeah, we flipping birds. You see, we still flipping birds. Little birdie told me that you might need some help.
The release of the sparring video just days before Devin's big fight left many in the boxing world questioning Mayweather's single quote SMOTIVES. The video, which painted Devin in a vulnerable light against Gervonta Davis, was viewed as a strategic attack on Haney's trust for someone who had once positioned himself as a mentor. Floyd's behaviors came off as bitter and deliberate. This incident drew harsh criticism from the boxing community and confirmed to many that Mayweather no longer saw Haney's success as something to praise but something to undermine.
Go through maybe like a rough moment, like the people around them kind of start changing and things. And I know, like, you know, like you said, you waking up in the mansion, the Rolls Royce, of showing 30, 40 people around.
Yeah.
Has that part happened where it was like people around you kind of shifted or?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily. I think I just had to, you know, cut the grass low, you know, just, you know, get a lot of unnecessary people that was just around me that just, you know, just was around me. Just, you know, really wasn't really benefiting me in no kind of way. It's people that, you know, I seen somebody say that I'm okay with being used, but just don't misuse me. So people, it was some people that just that was misusing me, and it is what it is. You know, I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
Bill Haney criticized Floyd's recent shift toward exhibition matches, stating that it signaled a loss of passion for real competition rather than defending his reputation in important fights. Floyd now works on collecting checks from lower-risk events. According to Bill, this shows a decrease in the fighter's original love for the sport. He implied that Floyd is now more concerned with staying relevant through spectacle than through real challenge, distancing himself from the values that once made him.
When your A game is gone, what adjustments are you going to make? And Floyd would always say is that on that given night, he's going to make that right adjustment. He's going to box the brawler or brawl the boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Floyd said, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
A legend, Bill brought attention to rising concerns about Mayweather Promotions questioning its financial stability. He noticed that while Floyd presents his business as elite, insiders close to the brand seem to be struggling financially. For a company apparently thriving under Mayweather's direction, this contradiction raised eyebrows. Bill used this to point out that the empire Floyd supports may not be as bulletproof as it appears on the surface.
It's personal between you and Calvin. Also, his Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach,
For those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just for our audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this motherfucker. Because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this shit.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one nigga looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
Sources close to both groups claimed Floyd grew frustrated after seeing Devin land major fights and financial deals. This envy reportedly led Floyd to make comments suggesting he would interfere with Haney's future chances, whether these threats were real or emotional outbursts. They deepened the divide between Thetwo, the idea that a past mentor would hold someone back out of personal resentment didn't sit well with fans or professionals alike. That's it for today's single quotes.